Gordon, this has been fun, man. This has been fun working with you at Flow. It's been fun doing the pod. I mean, we're what? How many episodes in? 700? Something like that?
626 or something like that.
Almost made it to 700. We'll round it up. That's fine. But it was great. It was great. Time for me to move on and do different stuff with my life. But I got to say, this community that we had with the pod was my highlight of being here. And I just want to thank all the people who tuned in, be it every day, maybe once a week. I mean, shout out back to the 3 days a week era. That was a cool era. I like that era. Or, people who just checked in every now and then and dropped us a comment. People who said hi to us at meets. That meant the world to Gordon and I, like more than you ever know when someone comes up to you and says, hey, we like the show, or hey, Gordon has terrible takes, or hey, can you get a haircut? Like all that stuff. I'm being serious. It just was so cool. I just feel really lucky that I got to do this. This was a dream job for about 5 years, as you know, Gordon, and I'm sure most people can figure out there's not a lot of jobs in track and field. Not a lot of places pay you to cover track and field. So I felt like I was always one of the lucky ones. I think back on what I got to do, and it's just kind of amazing. I got to call an NCAA cross country championships. That's crazy. I got to call Penn relays. I got to cover a world championship meet in Doha. I mean, got to write profiles on a bunch of athletes, do workouts with some world record holders and, some of the best athletes all around. And it was awesome. It was awesome. And something I'll definitely never forget. And the pod was always great when we transitioned and shifted because of COVID to more remote stuff. It was just a fun place to talk track and field. I hope other people had fun talking track. It was cool working with you. Watching you guys do your thing. The Houston series and the NAU series are still two of the best pieces I think ever put out about the sport. I know everybody nowadays has a video and a documentary and a behind the scenes thing, but what you did with Jeremy Hayes was awesome and inspirational. And I got to be a tiny part of both of those, very, very small part. And that was also a bunch of fun too, like interviewing Carl Lewis in the midst of the NCAA championships on the Texas campus while people asked him for autographs. I mean, it's just stuff. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Like it was truly awesome from top to bottom. So I just want to thank you. I want to thank all the producers, especially Alon in the early days and Colt, who did a ton towards that middle part and really took the show to the next level. I want to thank, the listeners and everybody else. Olivia will be hosting with you. Olivia's awesome. She was on in the early days with me and Lincoln before it was a podcast. It was just a video show. And then, it's just been, it's been a treat. It's been so much fun.
So Kevin, you mentioned the podcast hasn't just been you and me. It's been some people have come and gone into the podcast. So I sent some text messages and I haven't watched the videos, but I got Alon, who was our original podcast producer, and he has this message. So we'll watch this for the first time. This is Alon, who is one of our OG podcast producers, saying a message on your final episode.
I hear Kevin's going away. I'm sorry to hear that. Kevin's cool. Gordon's not. So I apologize on behalf of Flo for all of the viewers who are staying. Hello, my name is Elon. I was a producer for this podcast once. I hear Kevin's going away. I'm sorry to hear that. Kevin's cool. Gordon's not. So I apologize on behalf of Flo for all of the viewers who are sticking around after Kevin leaves. That's all I got. Thanks, Kevin. Good luck. Goodbye.
Well done.
But we also had Colt. Colt was one of our producers, and he sent us a message as well. So here's Colt.
With you, dude. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you remind Gordon that he still owes me a steak dinner because I'm still waiting for that and haven't heard any communication. So let's get that figured out sometime soon. Okay. On to bigger, better things, Kevin. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye.
I forgot about that. I almost
This is great.
Oh, this isn't good.
Everybody's just using. They're just using this to air grievances against you. That's all this is. Like,
So
hey,
another
Kevin,
person,
you were great.
another member of the small team. He was never a host. He wasn't really a producer, but he was part of the beginning of our podcast. Travis Miller, who now works at NBC Sports, doesn't work here, but he was a big part of the podcast, starting it, got us on YouTube. Travis has a message for you as well, Kevin.
Kevin, as someone else who also used to spend time with Gordon on a daily basis and has now come out on the other side, I can tell you with supreme confidence that it only goes up from here. Wishing you all the best in whatever's coming next for you. And Gordon, I am impatiently waiting on the $73 you owe me for recording this cameo. Pay up.
Yeah, that's not true. I did not. That's not a cameo. This was a text message. Everyone's asking for money and steak dinners. And then last, our original co-host, Lincoln. It started as a 3-person rotation. He has this to say.
Hey, Kevin. All right, I'm recording this video. I haven't been on camera in a long time. This is actually my second attempt recording this. I had to put the shades on because last video I just had my eyes closed the whole time. Anyways, I hear you're leaving the FloTrack podcast. Man, enjoy retirement. Retiring at, what are you, 38? That's unbelievable. It's just a tribute to your crypto success, I guess. No, all seriousness, great run at FloTrack. The track community will miss you. I'm sure you're still doing House of Run. Got to check that out with Worlds coming up. But as you know, always was a joy to work with you. I've gone over my 15 to 30 second limit here. But gosh, man, good run in FloTrack. Miss seeing you on the FloTrack podcast. And when we all come back one day, we'll have to record another pod together. All right. See you later.
Can I just say, that was the perfect Lincoln situation. We have a technical difficulty, a couple non sequiturs, and then he got bored of his own question. We used to joke with Lincoln in the mix zone. He'd get like 3 minutes into an interview, and you could just see him kind of trail off. Like he'd be talking to somebody, like some athlete, they just won a race, and Lincoln would get halfway through and be like, yeah, okay, on to the next one. And that's what that was. That was awesome, man. Thank you. Thanks for putting us together. Man, appreciate it.
Of course. I came up with the idea 45 minutes before the pod, and I said, hey guys, I'm recording in an hour. If you send it to me, we'll put it up. And they all responded. So
nice. That just shows the power of you. Also, I want to say my greatest contribution to the show was night 1 of the 2022 World Championships when I was not on the show, because that led to Gordon being featured in a rap song done by Usain Bolt. So no matter what I did in the past, no matter how many shows I was on, my best contribution was not being there on night 1 of Worlds.
That makes sense. So that's why you're leaving. Now it's going to be nothing but greatness. Yes. So many music videos are going to be made now that you aren't going to limit what I say on the internet. I'll say my favorite memory, Kevin, is obviously doing the podcast has been my highlight of this. You're the podcast guy who brought podcasting to FloTrack, so I appreciate that. But my favorite memory are the times when we did podcasts at weird times, like Berlin Marathon or London Marathon, where I'm drinking Mountain Dews at 3 a.m. because of the time change, and we're just grinding out episodes in my house. And we're just like, what are we doing here? We're just talking about track. We're together. It's 3 a.m. All of our significant others are asleep, but we're up podcasting for our fans. And I know ultimately the people who are going to miss you most, obviously, Kevin, I'm going to miss you, but we're staying friends. That's the plan, right? We're staying friends.
I haven't seen you in a while, but yes, hopefully we get that back on track.
Okay. NBA season comes, we got to stay friends. But I'm sure the audience is going to miss you. They're all, everyone agreed with you over me. So they're going to feel lost. They're going to need the sense of normalcy with you gone. And I'm sure a lot of the regular viewers are going to miss you. I'm looking at some comments here. Good luck, Kevin. Grateful for everything you did for running. We'll miss your wonderful chemistry with Gordon. Gordon is kind of like Pat Henry. Nobody stays with him for very long. It's not about me, guys. It's about Kevin. Kevin,
Wow,
you're a
that was
great host.
interesting.
Kevin, you're a great host. We'll miss you. Kevin, all the best. All the best to you on the other side. Godspeed, Kevin. You can go through all the messages, but Kevin, we're gonna miss you. This is a great final episode. We may do some bonus surprise episodes with you, especially maybe in December, or if someone breaks a world record. But hey, man, until next time, it's been good.
Thank you, Gordon.
Is that it?
It was a pleasure. Thanks, everybody. Keep watching the show. Just because I'm not on it, watch it with Gordon and Olivia. I'll be on House of Run still, but you can find Gordon here with Olivia on this pod. Thank you, everybody, so much.
Bye. Like and subscribe.